Hi, thank you for joining. This is 45 minutes of Pilates, and we are going to get started down on our mat today. So join me down on your mat. We're going to start in tabletop position. We're going to start with cat and cow. So join me here. Wrists are going to be underneath the shoulders, knees are going to be underneath the hips. We're just going to start by dropping the belly down towards the floor, slightly gazing up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, rounding up through the spine, pressing the belly button up through the spine, up towards the ceiling, really down, doming through the shoulders. We're really rotating that pelvis forward. Drop the belly down, inhale, and exhale, press up. Let's do a couple more here. We're going to start off with a few cat and cows, and then we're going to go into a stretch today. Inhale, drop the belly down, and then exhale, pressing up. Here we go. Just a couple more. Inhale and exhale, really incorporating that breath with the movement. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale. Nice job. And exhale. Nice job. From here, we're going to curl our toes under behind us. You can walk your hands a little bit forward. We're going to press up into downward facing dog. When you get there, just alternate bending your knees, allowing the backs of the legs to open up a little bit, dropping the heels down towards the floor. From here, we're going to walk our feet towards the top of our mat. So we're going to walk our feet all the way forward, coming forward towards the top of our mat. Hands are going to find your shins, and we're going to inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, fold, release all the way down. We're going to do that a couple more times. Hands find your shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Hey, and exhale, fold all the way down. One more time. Hands find your shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold all the way down. Nice job. Hands are going to find the mat here. So if you have to widen your stance, because we're going to walk back. So find the hands are going to find the floor. We're going to walk it back to downward facing dog again. Walk it back, downward facing dog. Alternate bending those knees to release the heels back down towards the mat. And we're going to lower the knees all the way down. And we're going to do a few more cat and cow. But when we do this time, I want you guys to use that tissue example I talk about at the beginning of my classes. So this is the pelvic floor. And every single time you exhale, the tissue is going to lift up. Everything lifts up from the bottom in the center. And then on the inhale, it presses back down. So exhale, it lifts. Inhale, presses down. So let's try to incorporate that now with our cat and cow. And this time also when we do cat and cow, the movement is just going to initiate at the hips, and it's just going to be isolated in the hips. So we're going to leave the shoulders out of it. So inhale, tip the pelvis down, inhale, and then exhale, round up. The tissue lifts up here. Inhale, drop down, tissue goes back down. Exhale, lift and round. Inhale, drop down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, drop down. And exhale, round. Lift that tissue. Inhale, drop down. Exhale, lift. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Nice job. Sit it back in the child's pose for just a second. And we're going to go into a bird dog next. Really just working on warming up that core still. So coming back up into tabletop, we're going to plug let's start with the left foot, and the right hand is going to reach forward. Left foot is going to plug back. And when you're ready, raise up that back leg. So what I don't want to happen is that lower back starts to arch and the hips raise up. I want you to think about keeping the hips stacked so they're shining. If you had two headlights on your hips here, they'd shining directly at the same level on the floor. So hold it here for 4. Find your balance for 2. And 1. Nice job. Let's switch sides. Plug the opposite foot back. Right leg reaches back. Left hand reaches forward. Lift up that right leg when you're ready, keeping those hips stacked and level. Hold it here for 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Nice job. We're going to drop it back into child's pose just one more second. Sit it back. Hold it back. I'm going to fix my screen for a second. Making myself a little bit bigger. I'm not sure if that's going to affect the recording. So, great. Okay. From here, guys, we're going to come back up into tabletop, and we're going to cross our legs behind us, and we're going to come down to a seated position on our mat. I'm going to turn around. You guys can stay right where you are, though. We're going to come down into Pilates 100. We have to do our 100 every single time because it's just part of it. All right. From here, hands can come behind the knees. Walk yourself all the way down. Bring the knees into the chest. Hug the knees in here for a second. You can do some baby circles, circling one direction or the opposite direction, massaging that lower back. We're going to raise the legs up towards the ceiling. Knees can be bent, extended, or open like a book. Heels together, toes apart. Hands are going to be down by your side. Walk the fingertips down to drop the shoulders down away from the ears. Raise up the head and neck and start pumping. Inhale for 4. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. If you want to, you can start to lower the legs down, but make sure you keep that lower back planted on the mat as we do this. Inhale. Exhale. And those arms are working like you're lapping puddles of water. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Nice job. Bring the head and neck down, rock side to side. One more time. Extend the legs up towards the ceiling. And with momentum, rock yourself up to a seated position. We're going to do the modified roll up to continue with this warm up. So from here, modified roll up, feet can be planted or legs can be extended. You can either flex the feet or you can make Barbie feet. Legs are going to be either close together or hip width apart. For modification's sake, I typically don't talk about this, but just in case, for modification's sake, whenever you create a wider position with the legs or even with the arms, it's going to tend to make things easier. So when you're practicing your roll-ups, if you're doing it for the first time with your legs extended, try widening your feet a little bit. The goal is to have the feet closer together, if not zipping up the legs completely. But for modification purposes, to get stronger and build the strength in the right areas, you can have your feet hip width apart for any and all exercises. So just keep that in mind and adjust when needed. For modified roll-up, feet can be on the mat, legs can be extended, feet are flexed or Barbie feet. Hands are going to reach out in front of us, and we're going to start to tilt down. And we're going to think about tilting through the pelvis first. Press the belly button towards the spine. Roll back halfway. Inhale. Exhale. Come back up to seated, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale. Rocking back. Exhale. Come back up to seated. Inhale. Reach the arms up. Exhale. Inhale. Rounding back. Exhale. Come back up. Nice job. Come here for just 1 second. Bring the arms down. Next time we do this half roll up, I want you to think about reaching really long through the legs if the legs are extended. So as we roll back, I want you to think here about reaching the legs so far forward, it's going to help you draw yourself back up to come back up to a seated position. Let's do 4 more. Here we go. Raise the arms up towards the ceiling, sitting up nice and tall. Beautiful. Round down through the spine, starting at the tailbone. Steep curve halfway. And then reach through the legs. Come back up to seated. Nice job. Here we go. Round down. Come back up. 2 more. Here we go. Round down. Come back up to seated. 1 more time. Really reach long through the legs. Nice job. Come back up to seated. Sitting up nice and tall. From here, we're just going to reach forward, seated forward fold here. Just come over for a stretch. And we're going to go into the series of 5 to work the powerhouse, to work the core. All right. Coming back up to seated. We are you can use your hands to walk yourself down your legs, coming all the way down. Bring the knees into the chest to start. We're going to extend one leg out on a diagonal. The whole goal here is to keep that lower back planted on the mat. So if you ever feel like your back is arching, I want you to raise up that leg so you find that implant with the lower back on the mat as we do this. The left leg is going to be extended. My left hand is going to come to the inside of my knee, and the right hand is going to come towards my ankle. I'm going to pull in with my arms, pressing on my knee, drawing it closer to my chest, and switch, pull, and switch, pull, and switch. If you're interested now, you can raise up your head and neck. Inhale, exhale, Inhale for 2. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then we're going to pick up the tempo for 8. Here we go for 8, 7, 6, 5. Arms stay nice and wide. 3, 2, last one. Beautiful. Drop the head and neck down for a second. Look side to side. Now we're going to do the double arm leg stretch. So we're going to reach the arms and legs in opposition and then swoop the arms around, pull the knees and reach. Swoop the arms and reach. You can raise up the head and neck now if you want to. Pull it in, stretch out that lower back, reach. Here's 4. Keep the head and neck in line with the spine. Keep that lower back planted down on the mat. Here's 2. We're going to hold out that last one for a little bit. Hold it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sweep it around. Beautiful. Bring the knees into the chest. Lower the head and neck down. Look left and right. Release that lower back. Single straight leg stretch. Reach the right leg up toward the ceiling. The left leg is going to come out on a diagonal. Hands come behind the hamstring, calf muscle, or the ankle. Arms are nice and wide here. We're going to pull, pull, and switch. Pull, pull, and switch. Pull, pull, and switch. Pull, pull, and switch. So we're keeping the legs on the inside the frame of the body. Pull, pull. And we're also keeping that lower back planted. Our arms are nice and wide. My biceps are working by pulling my legs in towards my chest. And every single time I do that, I'm working on lifting up my upper body a little bit more. 2, and 1. Let's pick up the tempo for 8. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Nice job. Bring everything down. Look left and right. Release the neck. We're going to go into the double straight leg stretch. So hands are going to come underneath the hips. Extend the legs up toward the ceiling. Knees bent, straight, feet open like a book, heels together, toes apart. If the feet are open like a book, I want you to think about squeezing the inner thighs together and engaging the quads here. We're going to lower down for 2 and then raise it up for 2. Lower and raise it up. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Exhale. You can raise up the head and neck if you want to. Keep that lower back planted down on the mat. Inhale. Two more. Last one. Nice job, guys. Lower the head and neck down. Bring the knees into the chest. We're going to go into our bicycles. So we're going to lace the fingertips together and bring them behind the head. I want you to think about drawing the shoulder towards the bent knee and lifting up that rib cage up off the mat as much as we can. So take your bicycle position. Here we go. We go in 4, 3, here's 2, and 1. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, and 2. Last one. Nice job. Bring the head and neck down. Hug the knees into the chest. Draw some baby circles if you want to with the knees. Circle each direction. Look left and right if you want to release the neck. And we're going to come up into a wide angle forward fold with momentum here. So extend the legs up toward the ceiling. And when you're ready, we're going to come up into a wide angle forward fold. So widen out your legs here, and then keeping a nice long spine, come forward as much as you can. I want you to think about keeping the legs rotated up toward the ceiling. So if your legs are falling in, I want you to think about having the knees shining up toward the ceiling here. My hamstrings have been so incredibly tight lately. Like, this is as far as I can go, and there's no shame in anybody's game. Everyone is different. Every body is different. So, and your bodies do these things for a reason. If you have tight hamstrings, tight hips, our bodies do these or have this tension to protect us from ourselves. Kinda. Hold it here. And then we're gonna move into the saw for 3, 2, and 1. Coming back up to seated. Nice job. Nice job. We're going to take our feet the width of our mat. Feet can be flexed or feet can be in Barbie feet. If you want to, you can also have your feet planted on the floor here. Arms are going to be out to your side. We're going to reach towards the backhand, twisting, reaching towards the backhand, sitting up nice and tall, like someone's lifting you up out of the spine. I'm going to dive forward, pulse, pulse, pinky finger to pinky toe. And when I do that, I'm going to flip my top back hand down to protect my back shoulder. And as I dive forward here, I'm rounding up through my spine like a candy cane, almost like the spine stretch forward where I'm really trying to press my belly button back still into space. Here we go. Pulse, pulse. Come back up to seated. Let's twist opposite direction, dive forward, pulse, pulse. Come up and twist, pulse, pulse, up and twist. Use the music here. I'm gonna let the music guide us for the next couple here. Pulse, pulse. Come up and twist, pulse, pulse. Come up one more each way, pulse, pulse. Come up and twist, pulse, pulse. Come up, back to center. Nice job. We're going to come down for leg circles and then a half teaser. So scoot your hips forward so that in the center of your mat, walk your hands down. Feet can stay planted here. We're going to extend the right leg up toward the ceiling. The hip circles we do in my class are the shape of a reverse capital D. So if this was my leg, I'm going to cross down and then raise it up. Cross down and then raise it up. And then we're going to reverse it by bringing the leg down and then raising it up, lower it down and then raising it up. So the leg is always going to stay on the inside of the frame of the body and not come on the outside. We also want to make sure that our hips are not moving during this exercise. We're trying to keep everything really still. So we're reaching this leg long out of the hip socket for this exercise. Hands are going to come down by your side. Walk the fingertips down and drop the shoulders down away from the ears. We're going to go cross and up, cross down and up. Let's go for 6 and 5. 4, keep those hips still. Keep reaching the leg long. 2 more. Now let's reverse it. We go down, cross, and up. Down, cross towards the supporting leg and up. 4 more. And 3. Try not to let the hips move. Last one. Nice job. We're going to take a stretch here for a quick second to grab on behind the hamstring or the calf muscle. Gently pull the leg towards you and extend the bottom leg long. So you're also stretching out the hip flexor on the other side. Nice job. Now bring the foot back up. We're going to extend the leg long and we're going to walk ourselves up to climb the tree. Walk yourselves up, and when you come up to seated, I want you to sit up nice and tall to feel a little extra added stretch behind that hamstring. Now let's walk ourselves down. Roll down through the spine. Reach the hands back. Here we go. Reach it forward. Round up through the spine. Come up sitting nice and tall. Here we go. Round it down. As you guys come down, you reach the hands back. Keep the rib cage down. Don't let the back arch. Hold it up. Walk it down. One more time. Last time. Now we're going to take a twist. Grabbing onto the ankle or the calf. I want you to grab the right hand is working, wrapping around the ankle. We're going to take a twist. We're going to reach the left hand towards the back. Opening up through the chest, look towards that back hand. Hold it. 4, 3, 2. Now coming back to center. Left hand grabs on, right hand reaches towards the back. Take a twist, opposite direction. Look forward towards that back hand. Nice job. Both hands come, sitting up nice and tall. Take one last quick stretch and then walk it down. Let's do the other side. Bring both feet down for a second. Feet come to the width of your mat. Rock your knees side to side to release the lower back. We're going to go right into the other side. So leg circles and then climbing like a tree, or climb the tree. Here we go. Plant those feet back down. Adjust accordingly. So we're keeping a neutral spine here, but I really want you to think about almost pressing that lower back into the mat. Extend the left leg up towards the ceiling, hands down by your side. Cross down and up. Cross down and up. Cross down and up. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5. It looks like we're doing a lot of nothing, but a lot is happening here. There's a lot of control in this. Let's reverse it. Down, cross and up. Down, cross and up. Keeping that foot on the inside of the frame of the body. Hips not moving. Last one. Draw that leg closer to you. Grab on behind the hamstring, calf muscle, or the ankle. Take a nice stretch here. Extend the bottom leg long. Drop it down towards the floor. Feel the stretch behind the leg. Nice job, guys. Take a nice deep breath in. Beautiful. We're going to lower, plant the right foot back down on your mat. Extend the leg long. Let's climb up that leg. Walk the hands up. Hands are going to reach up towards the ankle or the calf, sitting up nice and tall, and then round back down through the spine, rounding all the way down. Reach the hands back. We're going to do 3 more. Rounding up, climb up that leg, sitting up nice and tall for a stretch. Feel that stretch behind the hamstring. Walk yourself down. Reach the hands back. Keep the rib cage tucked down here. Walk it up. Round it back down. Last time. Walk it up. Hands come to the ankle, sitting up nice and tall to start. Feel the stretch behind the hamstring. Left hand is going to hang on this time. Right hand is going to reach to the back. Look towards that back hand. Hold it for 3, 2. Right hand comes back. Left hand reaches in opposition. Nice job, guys. Left hand is going to come back. And we are going to cross this left leg over the right, and we're going to come all the way down onto our back for reclined pigeon pose, stretching up this hip for a second. If you want to, you can completely bend this knee or leave it straight up towards the ceiling, your preference. We're going to take a small or short supine twist here. So I'm going to have you drop the left foot over towards the floor. Left foot drops down. Arms can come to a cactus position or a T position, depending on the space you have around you. Relaxing down here to allow that spinal column to unwind and rest for a moment. Drawing the knees back to center. Let's do the other side. So right foot is going to cross over the left. And then when you're ready, draw that shape back towards you. As we're here in our pigeon pose, I want you to think about pressing the right knee away, or the leg that's crossed over. I want you to think about pressing that knee away as this bottom leg shifts forward. So there's a little opposite pressure happening. Nice job. We're going to drop the right foot over towards the floor for our twist. Hands to cactus pose or out in T position. Take a quick moment of rest. Holding 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Bring the hips back to center. You can uncross the feet. Rock side to side. Extend the legs up towards the ceiling, and with momentum, rock yourself up to a seated position. Extend the legs long in front of you. Reach the hands up towards the ceiling, and then reach up and over for a seated forward fold here. Nice job, guys. Coming back up to seated. We're going to do this spine stretch forward. Again, an exercise that looks like a lot of nothing, but I promise you there's a lot happening. You can keep the feet planted, extend the legs, Barbie feet, or flex feet. Today I'm going for flex feet. My feet are going to be hip width apart. They can be hip width a little bit wider, a little bit closer. We're going to extend the arms out in front of us, and we're going to round, dive forward. And I want you to think about reaching like you're reaching over a big beach ball, diving forward. And then we're going to round back up to seated, sitting up nice and tall. Here we go. Rounding forward, pressing the belly button back toward the spine. Hold it 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back up to seated, nice and tall. Here we go. We're going to do 2 more. Rounding up and over. Diving up and over. Hold it 4, 3, 2. Come back up to seated. It's all about stretching out the spine and really activating that core. Round up and over. Nice job. Hold it for 4, 3, 2. Last one. Nice job. Come back up to seated. We're going to cross our legs underneath us, and we're going to do a little stretch again before we go move into the next exercises. Cat and cow again. We're going to do our tissue example. So we inhale, the tissue goes down. On the exhale, the tissue raises up. Everything lifts up from our pelvic floor. Inhale, drop down. Exhale, round. Inhale and exhale. Two more. Inhale and exhale. Try to initiate that movement from the tailbone. Last one, exhale. Nice job. Curl the toes under, press up into downward facing dog. Alternate bending your knees. From here, guys, we're going to walk our feet to the top of our mat. So walking your feet, you can bend your knees here. So however is best you get to the top of your mat. Nice job. We're going to come into a forward fold so we can stretch out the calf muscles, the Achilles, the hamstrings. Whenever you're in forward fold, always try to keep a soft bend in the knees. Never try to lock out or hyperextend your knees back. Hands are going to find your shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Extend up through the spine. Exhale, fold all the way down. Let's do this 2 more times. Here we go. Hands find the shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold all the way down. 1 more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice job. Exhale, all the way down. Hands are going to find the floor. So widen out your feet if you have to. Bend the knees. Downward facing dog. Walk yourself back. Downward facing dog. Alternate bending knees when you get there. Release the heels down towards your mat. And we're going to go into our cat and cow again, working on those breaths. So dropping your knees back down towards the mat. If you guys need, I should have mentioned this earlier, but if you ever need more assistance for your wrist, you can always roll up your mat for some extra cushion here in any of the exercises that we do. And you can also do the same for the knees. If we're ever on our knees for too long and you need like a pillow or a little bit more cushion, grab a pillow, put it under your knees for more support. Let's move into cow, dropping the belly down. Inhale, exhale, round, drop the belly down, exhale, round. Find that tissue. Inhale, tissue moves down. Exhale, tissue lifts all the way up. Everything lifts up. Inhale, drop down. Exhale, 1 more time each way. Inhale, the tailbone initiates the movement. Exhale. Nice job. From here, we're going to move into our single leg and double leg kicks. So come all the way down onto your mat for me. We're going to come up onto our elbows. And like I was saying before, I usually take a wider stance here with my feet. The exercise is typically done with the feet closer together, but because I have a tight lower back, my feet are a little bit wider. So I can execute this with proper range of motion, and also work on making my stance narrower here as I go. But feet can be hip width apart, closer together. We're going to flex and then point. But before we do that, I want you to lift up through the abs. So don't allow the abs to drop down here. Really engage and lift up the abs off the mat, trying to flatten out the lower back area. My elbows are supporting me. I'm making one fist and then wrapping the other hand around the fist. We're going to flex and point and then lower down and do the other side. Flex, point, and lower. Here we go. Flex, point, and lower. Right into the other side. And lower. Flex, point, and lower. Flex, point, and lower. Flex, point, and lower. Flex, point, and lower. 1 more time each side. Flex, point, and lower. Last time. Flex, point, and lower. Now the double leg kick. So we're going to come down onto the side of our feet. Both hands are going to come behind our back. I want you to grab onto 3 fingers. We're going to kick, 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 and then lift up through our upper body. Legs can stay lifted too if you want, and then we're going to switch sides. But as we do this, I want you to think about lifting up the torso, the core from the mat as we do this, and then tipping the tailbone down. So this would be more like a cat pose that we do with our pelvis, tipping the tailbone down, increasing the engagement of the core here as we go. Here we go. We're going to start the first side 1 more time. Here we go. Kick, kick, kick. And then lift up and hold. So you can raise up the legs. Hold 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Pelvis tips down. Here we go. Kick, kick, kick. Raise it up and hold. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. 2 more times each side. Here we go. Kick, kick, kick. Lift up and hold for 3, 2, 1. On our next set of kicks, I want you to think about lifting up the knees from the floor. So we're really engaging those glutes. Lift and hold. 3, 2, 1. Come down. 1 more time each side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Lift up and hold for 3, 2, 1. And lower. Last time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Up and hold for 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Everything comes down. Hands are going to come underneath the forehead. Rock the hips side to side. We're going to go right into swimming. We're going to raise up the right hand and left leg at the same time and lower back down. As we do this exercise, the same thing applies. I want you to try to dig the pelvis into the floor. So we're dropping the pelvis down and we're still engaging the core as we go through this. Left hand raises, right leg raises. Let's do one more time, slow each side. Right hand, left leg, lower it down. Left hand, right leg. Now everything's gonna raise up and we're gonna go swing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Hands are going to come underneath the shoulders by the rib cage. Press that child's pose. Nice job, guys. We're going to move into the open leg rocker next. Enjoy the stretch. I'm going to check the time too, see how much time I have left. I have quite an extensive lesson plan today, so just want to make sure I have enough time for everything. Nice job, guys. All right, we are coming back up into tabletop. We're going to shift ourselves forward, cross your legs down underneath you, and come back down to a seated position. We're going to go into the open leg rocker. So shift your hips forward towards your feet. My hands are going to wrap around the outside of my ankles, and I'm going to shift myself back so I'm on my hips. When I'm here, I'm trying to create a C curve from my tailbone all the way up to the crown of my head, pressing my belly button back towards my spine. We're going to raise one leg up with resistance and then lower it back down with control. Let's do the other side. Raise it up, hold it up. Find a moment of balance here, even if it's with one leg comes back down. Let's do each side one more time. Raise it up. And with resistance, draw it back down. Other side, raise it up. With resistance, back down. Nice job. Let's try both legs this time. Raise it up. And with resistance, draw it back down. We're going to do that one more time. Here we go. Raise it up. Find your balance for 4 and 3 and 2. Nice job. Lower it back down. We're going to try rollbacks. If you want to do the modification, hands are going to come behind the knees. Same thing applies with the spine. So we're rounding down through the spine and we come back up to sit up nice and tall. What draws us back down is rounding back down through the spine, coming back up to find our balance, sitting up nice and tall. I'm going to try full extension today, but you do what's best for your body. Let's prepare. Here we go. We're going to do 4 rolls all together. Let's go. When you're ready, roll it back. Roll it up. Roll back. And up. Here's 2. And last one. We're going to come back up to find our balance. Come back up to find your balance. Hold it for 4. Join me in your teaser for 2. Last one. Nice job. Walk your hands all the way down. Come all the way down into your mat. We're going to turn onto our side. And we're going to do a side plank here to engage our obliques. So feet can be stacked. Feet can be staggered. We're going to join me on your forearm here. Your palm can be down or it can be up facing the ceiling. Lift up your hips. We're going to hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Nice job. From here, we're going to just switch our position. So we're going to send the legs around to the other side to do our plank on the other side before we go into our side kick series. Let's prepare. On your forearm, feet can be stacked or staggered. Here we go. Lift it up and hold. Holding for 8 here. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Nice job. We're going to line our body up with the back half of our mat. You can be up on your forearm. You can be down to your head supported, or you can be fully down depending on your shoulders and your neck. You can also alternate, so pick what is right for you. We're going to draw the feet towards the front corner of the mat. If you want to, for more support, you can bring your shin parallel to the front, or you can also scoop your toes under to create the support in the bottom leg for you. From here, we're going to kick it forward and then reach it to the back. I always start with these. We're going to kick, and then reach. Kick, and reach. I usually start with these because it really helps us engage the core and realize how much we were moving forward and back, which we're trying not to do last month. Nice job. Hold the leg back, flex the foot, and now we're gonna pulse it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice job. Bring the feet together. We're gonna rotate so the top leg is up, facing the ceiling as much as we can. We're gonna flex it up. We're gonna point the toe down towards the knee and then slide the leg down. Flex the foot. Here we go. Lift it up. Point the toe, bring the toe to the knee, and then slide it down. Squeeze the glutes, engage the quads. Here we go. Flex it up, point the toe, slide it down. Take your time. One more time slow, and then we're going to pick up the tempo for 8, or maybe 4 more. Here we go. 3, 2, let's go. Flex, point, and then send it down. Flex, point, send it down. 2 more. Flex, point, and send that foot down. We're gonna reverse it. Draw the foot up, point the toe, extend it up, flex the foot, squeeze it down, slide the foot up, extend, flex the foot, and squeeze. Take your time, take your time. 2 more slow. One more time. Slide the foot up, extend, flex, and squeeze. Now we're going to pick up the tempo. 4, 3, 2, let's go. Slide it up and squeeze it down. Point it up, point, flex, squeeze. 2 more. Nice job. From here, we're going to take the top hand and wrap it around the top ankle. Draw the foot up underneath us and flex the bottom foot. Raise up that bottom leg. We're going to pulse it up for 10 or lift it up for 10. So the leg doesn't come all the way back down. It stays lifted and I come back to that starting point. 2 more. Nice job. We're going to bring the knees in front of us now, almost parallel with the front of our mat, and we're going to lift in our clamshells. I want you to think about just pressing this knee open to the back. Here's 4 and 3. Actually, do we have 4 more in us? Yes, we do. Here's 4 and 3. Before we go into the other side, 2. Last one. You can massage that hip just a little bit. We're going to go right into the other side. So lifting yourself up, let's switch, turning ourselves around, lining ourselves up with the back half of our mat on this side. Just going to move the mat a little bit. Pick your arm position, draw your feet to the corner of your mat or your shins, or tuck your toe. Here we go, guys. This hand is in the front for support, and we're going to kick, kick, and then reach to the back. Kick, kick, and reach. Don't let the powerhouse move. Kick, kick, and reach. And when you send the leg to the back, I want you to feel that glute being squeezed. 4 more. Last one. Nice job. Bring the feet back to actually leave the foot to the back. Flex the foot. We're going to pulse it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Bring the feet or legs back together. Rotate the leg in the hip socket so the knee is facing up toward the ceiling. Here we go. Flex the foot. We're going to send it up. Point the toe, bring the toe down to the knee, and then slide it down, squeezing everything. So there's a lot happening here. Flex the foot, lift. Toe comes down to the knee, squeeze it down. 2 more times slow. Flex the foot up. Point the toe, drop the toe to the knee, and slide it down 1 more time. Flex it up. With control in each movement, we're going to pick up the tempo for 4. Here we go. Flex, point, and squeeze. Flex, point, and squeeze. Last one, and then we're going to reverse it. So we're gonna slide the toe up, point the toe, extend it up, flex the foot, and now squeeze the legs back down and together. Slide the toe up, extend the leg, flex the foot, and squeeze it down. 2 more times slow. And these are not trial runs here. Flex the foot, squeeze it down. We're really just taking our time in this passe and extension. Here we go, guys. We're going to pick up the tempo for 4. Let's go. Slide it up, extend, flex, squeeze. Last one. Nice job. Grab onto that ankle. Draw the foot up closer to the chest. Flex the bottom foot and raise the leg up. We're going to have pulses or lift up. 10 and 9 and 8, 7. Really working that inner thigh. I want you to think about reaching the leg long here. 2 more raises. Nice job. Nice job. Bring the feet or the shins parallel to the front of the mat. Clamshells. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. It's already sore. 8 more, 8 more, 8 more. Here's 8. 7. So effective. 4 more. Let's go. Here's 4. And 3. And 2. Last one. Nice job. Lower the leg down. Massage the hip just a little bit. Nice job. From here, we're going to go into the neck pull down. Or actually, we're just going to go right into the Pilates push-up. So I want you to, oh no, we don't have time. All right, we'll do one more. We're going to do the boomerang to end. We're going to do the reverse plank, then the boomerang, and then we're going to do our seal to finish. Okay, so reverse plank, the feet are going to be extended out in front of us. This is going to work the glutes and the back side of the body. Fingertips are going to face forward towards our toes. So if your fingers are face forward, this is not very good for your shoulders for what we're doing now. So turn your fingertips towards your toes, feet flop open to the sides, squeeze and lift your glutes up. We're just gonna hold it for 8. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5. Can you lift up the hips a little bit? And 1 day shove, lower the hips down, reach the hands up towards the ceiling, reach up and over, seated forward fold. We're gonna do it one more time. We're gonna add some tricep dips. Little tiny baby tricep dips. A little goes a long way. So bring the hands back behind you. You can walk the hands further back if you have tight shoulders. Feet rest open to the side. Here we go. Lift and hold. From here, we're going to dip in the elbows, little tiny dips, but don't let the hips fall down, even though my hips just fell. Give me 4 more here. Here's 4. And 3. And 2. Lift up the hips a little bit higher. Last one. Nice job. Lower the hips down. Reach the hands up towards the ceiling. 1 more time. Seated forward fold. Reach up and over. We're going to do the boomerang. I'm going to demonstrate coming back up to seated. This is one where we're going to be going back overhead. So if you're uncomfortable with that, you can always just practice lifting up your hips here in this position and then coming up to your teaser. But I'll show you how it's supposed to look. So as we roll back, we're doing with control and power from the powerhouse. So I'm not just dipping myself back. I'm really rounding down through the spine. Hands are going to be down by your side. 1 leg is crossed over. We're going to roll back. Legs are going to come back overhead. Hands can be at your hips for support. Open, close. We're going to roll down through the spine. Come back up to a teaser position. Lower down with control. Hands reach up and over for a seated forward fold. We're going to do the other side. Rounding down all the way. Legs come up overhead. Open, close. Round down through the spine. Come back up to your teaser. Knees can be bent here. Lower down with control. Reach the hands up and over for a stretch. We're going to do one more time. 1 time each side. Here we go, guys. Hands are down by your side. Let's do this. Roll back. Legs up overhead. Open, close. Hands can come down or slide down your hips. Roll up through to your teaser position. Slide your hands back. Lower your legs down. Reach the hands up and over for a stretch. Hold it 4, 3. Come back up to seated. Let's do the other side. Here we go. Round all the way down. Legs up and over. Legs open, close. Round it down. Come up to a teaser, slide your hands back, lower the legs down, reach up and over for your stretch. Hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Slide your legs up for a seal. We're going to thread the hands down and through so they come to the outside of the ankles. We're going to rock back for a balance. We're going to clap the feet for 3, round down through the spine, clap, and then round up, find your balance. Clap 1, 2, 3, round back 1, 2, 3, round up 1, 2, 3. Keep going, or join me. Round up, find your balance. Here we go. Round back, come back up. 1, 2, 3, round down. 1, 2, 3. This is just to finish a little massage for the spine. Round up, round back. Last one. Come back up and seated. 1, 2, 3. Nice job. I moved my mat halfway across the floor. For this one, lower your legs down. We're going to turn the face forward and take 3 deep inhales and exhales to finish up. Amazing work, everyone. Hands down by your side. Inhale all the way up. Filling up the ribcage with air, the front, the sides, the back. Exhaling all the way down. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale, hands all the way back down. 1 more time. Really filling up that ribcage, all 4 sides. Inhale. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Nice job. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining. I hope, as every week, I hope everyone is getting a lot from this. And thank you for joining so much. I hope to see you next week. Thank you, Anne.
Thanks so much.